Well, it is a chilly day. I think it's low to mid 30s outside right now. Nice and foggy. The sun is above the fog though, so hopefully once the fog burns off, maybe mid-afternoon, you might see some sun. It's been real pretty afternoons the last few days here. Let's see, what is it? Oh, no, I guess we're technically into late January now. Hi, kitty. Hi. And when the weather is cold, dark beers are good, right? So last summer when I was visiting Oregon and we stopped at Fort George Brewery, I looked through their cupboard, their chill chest at their tap room, and selected various beers. And one of the beers, actually several of the beers that I picked out were their Matryoshka. You know the nesting dolls? Matryoshka dolls, right? So it is a Matryoshka. It is a barrel-aged imperial stout, but it's a series. So they have different Matryoshkas each year and different recipes. Yes, kitty. Different recipes and options and such. And they were pretty standard ones with the normal sorts of ingredients. And then there were less standard ones with abnormal or certainly less standard sorts of ingredients. And this one in particular is a barrel-aged imperial stout with vanilla beans, cacao nibs. That's all normal. Dates, okay, not too far afield. And strawberry. Let's see how it tastes after I get the wax cap off. Let's see if this works. Well, that's a good sound. See, I don't want the wax bit falling. Ah, there we are. Okay, cap off. And trying to get too much wax into the beer. I mean, I appreciate the whole wax cap thing, but let's do the pour. There was a surprising amount of effervescence. I mean, fizzy. I mean, it's normal for beer to foam, but like this was like fizzy foam. Interesting. So imperial, so minimum of 8%. And in fact, this goes way above that. This is a 14% ABV. And it is conditioned in Westward whiskey barrels and Freeland Pinot Noir and whiskey barrels for 12 months. Yeah. So this has spent a lot of time in very nice barrels. Yeah, cool. It is also unfiltered, which I think is relatively rare for a stout. Generally, in my experience, I mean, they're dark enough, you're not going to be seeing any beer through it or any sediment through the beer. But generally, in my experience, you don't get a warning about sediment on the bottom of barrel-aged beer bottles. It smells good. It smells very good. So I have stored this in my fridge since I bought it. It has spent the 7 months I've had it in a fridge. I brought it out this morning, perhaps an hour and a half ago. Had breakfast, cooked up some really, really thick rashers of bacon in the house. And so, of course, I'm not going to be recording this in the house, which smells like really, really good bacon, and there's some wax. So outdoors it is in the low 30-degree temperatures and the fog, and really it is I like the fog. Maybe it's the coasty in me. Not that I'm a Coast Guard person, but I enjoy the coast. But this sort of nice thick fog kind of reminds me of the coast a bit. And I could almost convince myself that the freeway, 7 miles that way, with its kind of continuous rumble, is the surf on the beach. It's not, but whatever. I'll take what I can get. Vanilla, but it's almost a vanilla frosting kind of aroma. I wonder if that's a particular type of vanilla. I think the dates might also play into that, perhaps. Okay, so there's a bit of barrel in there. Yeah, you can smell the barrel. It's a wee bit of astringency, which is probably the Pinot Noir, which is a Suki, go. Which is a dark red wine, which would have some astringency to it. But yeah, there's kind of a woodiness, a little bit of astringency, a touch of roast, which you would get from your barrels possibly. It depends on if the whiskey is aged in charred barrels. It would possibly pick that up. But yeah, so on top it's like a vanilla frosting with some fruity notes. I'm not picking up like bouquets of strawberries per se, but it feels like the vanilla has some additional character to it. It's that smooth vanilla sweetness, but it's kind of creamy and there's some other aspects to it in there. And then if you get your nose really deep in there, and I would imagine as the beer warms, that might become more present. You're going to pick up a little bit of like the dark red wine and the barrel from the whiskey. Maybe even a little bit of burn, maybe. It's not the thickest beer I've seen, especially not at this ABV, but it's certainly thicker than water. Let's see how it tastes. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Okay. There is strawberry and it is beautiful. Frickin' beautiful. Wow. Just wow. Okay. Strawberry and stouts, it's a thing. It's a really, really good thing. I'm picking up the Cacao Nibs. There's this bit of chocolate overtone, cocoa overtone that plays a part. The strawberry is a strawberry jam, but a really good strawberry jam that has like whole strawberries in it, and it's kind of crunchy because they didn't even bother filtering the seeds out. Like it's a really good strawberry jam. And frankly, like it starts pretty present and then it grows to where that's kind of almost the 80% middle of the beer, which is a lot, but it's such a good strawberry and it's so like rich and beautiful that you're not upset about that. Like it's just a beautiful strawberry. Then you have the chocolate overtone, the cocoa overtone. Well, let's go in for more. Okay. As the strawberry fades, and it's got really long legs. I don't know if you've analyzed your strawberry jam to this level, but there's the big fruitiness at the top that kind of fills your mouth. And then as you swallow it, there's a little bit of the tartness. Because strawberry, I mean, a good berry is going to have a bit of tartness to it. A little bit of this thin string of strawberry tartness that finishes, but it's not like a sour beer tartness. It's a strawberry jam tartness. It's a really good. They clearly put natural, fresh, beautiful strawberries, ripe strawberries into this jam, and you're enjoying the whole life cycle of that strawberry flavor in your mouth. Tartness. And as that tartness begins to thin, there's room made in your mouth for a whole bunch of other things, and then retro breathing comes later. The dates are kind of this nice, smooth, dark, but not really prune. A date is a different kind of flavor to a prune. It's just this kind of mellow, and I think it worked really well and maybe even hides within the vanilla. The vanilla and the date, I think, work really nicely together and play a very, very harmonious single note together. That kind of helps finish the beer in something other than just this mouth-filling strawberry jam, which has been the entirety of the time the beer has been in your mouth. So cacao, or cocoa Cacao Nibs, kind of over the top. Big strawberry that just blooms and fills your mouth and then thins as you swallow, and you're left with this nice little tartness, this fresh berry tartness, and then this warmth from the vanilla and the dates, and the retro breathing is more of the cocoa and the dates and a bit of the alcohol warmth. This is a really special beer. This is a really special beer. I picked this specifically. Like, I was even chatting with the lady at the checkout. Yeah, that's kind of a funky one. And I picked it out specifically. Like, they had ones with almonds, and they had ones with just cacao and dates, and they had ones with, just the beer, whatever. This was the one that had the weirdest ingredient. And in fact, it's I believe it's actually not even this year. I think I might have been a year or two old when I got it. Where are the dates on these things? I found them before, but oh, there it is. Okay, so on your Matryoshkas, there's a light over here that I need to pay attention to. On your Matryoshkas, there's a date on the end of the label. So the label starts here and it goes all the way around, and there's the date there. So that I'm assuming this is the bottling date, considering it was in barrels for 12 months, and the date is 2024. So it would have been bottled at the least 6 months before I bought it. And here we are 6 months later. So it's a 2-year-old beer. And it would have been a year old before that, spending time in the barrels. So 2024's Matryoshka barrel-aged imperial stout with vanilla beans, cacao nibs, dates, and strawberry. And it is special. It is very good. I bought 3 or 4 of these, maybe 3 of them, and I've given 1 or 2 away as gifts. And I think I drank 1 myself. I can't remember. There's like always 1 less on my fridge every time I look, it seems. I mean, I do check my fridge more than 3 times in 6 months, but I can't exactly remember all the other places that these beers have gone. But you are very welcome to the friends that I have gifted these to, and they were, well, I'm sure you appreciated them because they are quality beers that they really use the ingredients, the adjuncts well. Like with berry, there's always the worry that you're going to get that artificial flavor, that you incorporate them the wrong way, you don't treat them right, so they don't bloom and blossom inside your beer the way that they could or the way they ought to. And here, it's all there. I am still tasting vanilla coming back right now, and yeah, it's been, 2 minutes since I had a drink? Let's fix that. This is a really nice beer. I'm enjoying this quite a lot. This is a 4-star Imperial Stout. If you want a super special, really good, all of the positive hyperbole, this beer earns it. And it does it very well. Anyways, 4-star beer. That is 4 out of 4 stars. This is Fort George's Matryoshka, the 2024 barrel-aged imperial stout with vanilla beans, cacao nibs, dates, and strawberry, and I am very much enjoying it. I'm here for all of it, and it's a good thing it's early in the morning because I'll be enjoying this the rest of the day. I will catch y'all on the flip side.